What up, concert addicts? Johnny Kinsvater here with Concert Addiction with a country music festival lineup to talk about, and this is actually the first of this festival. This year will be the inaugural year of the Hometown Rising Festival in Louisville, Kentucky, brought to you by DWP, the same promoter behind Louder Than Life and Bourbon and Beyond. They do all those festivals in Kentucky and in Bourbon Country. They have a bourbon aspect to a lot of these festivals, obviously Bourbon and Beyond, and now they're adding a country edition that will also be a music festival slash bourbon event, which is perfect for Louisville, Kentucky. And yeah, we'll get right into the lineup. The festival will take place September 14th and 15th at the Highland Festival grounds at Kentucky Expo Center. And yeah, Saturday's headliners will be Tim McGraw and Little Big Town. Sunday's headliners, Luke Bryan and Keith Urban. So they got some solid heavy hitters right there. These are the same people that are popping up as headliners for a bunch of different festivals. I know Country Jam and Cheyenne for 2 days will feature a bunch of these artists. So they're solid for headliners, and they're great for a first festival because these are pretty huge artists. Tim McGraw specifically has been around for quite some time and been huge for quite some time, not to mention. And these other guys have been headlining festivals previously, and they're always successful, so they're great for the first year. And then we'll just start day by day. We'll talk about each day. So Saturday, as mentioned, headliners Tim McGraw and Little Big Town, but joining them will be Dwight Yoakam, which is cool, because when I saw that Tim McGraw and Little Big Town and Luke Bryan and some of the other names on this, I'm like, okay, this is a solid festival. It's going to be a good country music party. But these are a lot of big, new, popular names. And not that Tim McGraw's new. Like I just said, he's been around for a while, but he's been able to stay relevant. And so I kind of thought that would be the tone of this festival. But when Dwight Yoakam is the first name below the headliners, it gives me a good feeling because he plays a lot of shows by himself. He tours quite frequently, playing outdoor amphitheaters and smaller event venues and things like this. So to see him coming to a festival is awesome because he's definitely going to add that 90s flavor. And he's got a bunch of hits that people are going to love singing to. And it'll get them warmed up for Little Big Town and Tim McGraw. They have another artist on here that hasn't been announced yet. It's got a flag over the name. It says to be announced soon. Then we also got Frankie Ballard, the Cadillac 3, Jimmy Allen, and Lindsay L. And a bunch of other names too, but I'll stop there because these are the only ones that I recognize. Frankie Ballard plays these festivals quite a bit, as well as touring by himself. He's one that he hasn't really supported anyone on a tour in a while, which is where someone at his point usually would be right now. And that's cool. He headlines a bunch of small theaters and bars like that. He tours all over the country, as well as popping up on these festivals. So if you want to see Frankie Ballard, you pretty much either have to see him headlining or see him at a festival. And he's another one that has a bunch of hits that are just easy to sing to and perfect summer kind of country music festival music, so awesome to see that. And Lindsay L's on the rise, same with Jimmy Allen. It's cool to see both of them on here. Jimmy Allen I just saw not too long ago with John Party, and he knocked it out of the park. He's bringing something new to country music. His style, everything about him is just fresh, and I think he's going to explode. And I think he'll even be a little bigger by the time this festival comes around, because he's got one or two songs out now that are very successful. So by the time this festival rolls around, he might be working on hits number 3 and 4 and 5. We'll see, but definitely a good get there. And Lindsay L, same story. She hasn't made a whole lot of noise in a while. She had that song Criminal, I believe, last year. It was a huge hit. Had a massive tour in 2017 with Brad Paisley. And she's kind of tapered off a little bit, but she's still popping up here and there. She's definitely not going anywhere, so good to see her on here. And Cadillac 3, they're solid get. I'm not really familiar with their music, but they have toured with Florida Georgia Line. And they've been a part of other big tours and festivals, so you know that they bring something worth going to see. And so they're perfect for this festival. And then on Sunday, we're joining Luke Bryan and Keith Urban. Will be Bret Young and Jake Owen, which I'm not sure about Bret Young, but Jake Owen definitely could have been a headliner at this event. So very cool to see him supporting this. He plays all the big festivals. He obviously was at the Route 91 festival. I believe he's played Country Jam before too. And yeah, just a couple of years ago, he was opening up for Jason Aldean, and now he's doing massive arena tours by himself just in my area. Over the past couple of years, he's headlined Frontier Days, he's headlined the Budweiser Event Center, and so he's growing. And so, although I would have put him in a headliner slot, especially over like Little Big Town, nonetheless, perfect for this. And that just shows you how stacked that day is. Whenever there's artists on a bill that could be a headliner that's not, that's really just shows you how stacked the event is. And Bret Young is one of the fastest growing artists in country music over the past couple of years. Like him, Luke Brown, and Kane Brown, or Luke Brown, him, Luke Combs, and Kane Brown all kind of debuted around the same time with just hit after hit after hit, and it's cool to see them going up. And he'll be headlining these festivals soon. I have a feeling he's actually doing a headline tour right now, which I believe is his first. He's toured with Lady Antebellum. He's popped up on some other bills here and there, but he's doing a headline tour now, playing this festival too. Good on him. Also on that day, we have Bret Michaels, which I think is fucking awesome. And it might not seem like a good fit for a country music festival, but it is because of who he is. And I've seen Bret Michaels live, and it might be different in the country music festival setting. He might play more country music, more of his own solo project stuff. But I'm not sure. When I saw him, I've never seen him with Poison, but I've seen him by himself, and he plays mostly Poison songs. And so I'm not really sure which route he's going to go for this. But nonetheless, he looks the part, and he just has a country feel to him. So he's a good get for this, even if he gets up there and rocks, 80s hair metal Poison the whole time. It'll still be good, and it'll add some, a little bit of diversity to this lineup. Not that all these artists sound the same, because each one has their own individual style. But if he plays Poison music, then he's way out there, which just adds even more additional flavor to this already pretty diverse lineup. So cool to see him on there. And then also on this day, Lauren Elena, Low Cash, and Drake White, with a bunch of other names that I don't remember. Drake White is one of these artists that hasn't gotten nearly as big as he should. He's got a couple of hits under his belt, and he himself, his band is Drake White and the Big Fire. That's what's listed on here. But Drake White is, he has created a persona for himself that I feel like if he gets a couple more hits, he will be a name that people know, and he won't be so far down on these bills. Last time I saw him, I'm seeing him coming up. I'm actually covering his concert at the Grizzly Rose. But he played with Low Cash in the past, who's also on this day. But he just has a persona. He's created a character. He comes out with this hat, his big hat, his outfit. He just commands the stage, and he's just got a presence about him that is just really cool to see live. And him being the first big name on this day of the festival, I think he'll be an awesome way to kick things off on Sunday. So that'll be cool. And by the time Luke Bryan goes on, everybody's probably going to be worn out if Drake White is starting the show and you have all these other people in between, because he knows how to work a crowd. And like I said, he's just got that persona and character that, yeah, I'm super excited about that. And Low Cash, I just mentioned, I've seen them with Drake White, and they're another band that is very humble and grateful, and that's the best part of going to their concerts, is you can tell that they love that they're there and that they can't believe that they're there, and they're just having a blast. It's not like these other artists who they seem like they're just there getting a paycheck. They show up, perform. They legit seem happy and just humble. And yeah, they've got songs that are good to sing to. And their latest song, Feels Like a Party, is an awesome song to hear at one of these outside country music festivals. So that will be cool. And Lauren Elena, who I gush about all the time on this channel because she is one of the best female talents that I have ever seen live. Her concert with Cole Swindell last year was my #1 best concert of 2018. You can go watch that video. And I talk about her all the time, so I feel like I don't really have to here, but she is just amazing. She's a great performer, a great voice. Everything about her is just awesome, so it's cool to see her thrown on here. And she's another one that's going to work her way up on these festival bills. I have a feeling. So there you go. That's the Hometown Rising Festival, the first ever. Make sure to get your tickets. I will post a link in the description where you can find all your ticket information. And I think they probably have camping and things like that too. And Yeah, it's a bourbon festival also, so that's perfect for a country music festival. They do rock festivals. Like I said at the beginning, the same promoter puts on these rock and bourbon festivals. I'm surprised it took him this long to do a country one. I'm sure it's going to be a success, and yeah, I can't wait for it. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like it if you liked it and subscribe to the channel. Also check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/concertaddiction, and my website, concertaddiction.com, and never miss anything going on in the world of live music. That'll do it for this one. Until next time, thanks for watching.